had an absolutely amazing time yesterday at Anfield, Liverpool's football ground, at the Liverpool Business Convention. Met some brilliant people. I was amazed at how many people, although we were in the biggest stadium, biggest club in the world, I was amazed at how many people were unaware that Crypto.com are actually sponsoring the FIFA World Cup. Crypto.com sponsoring the World Cup, and there was not one person who was aware of that, which that amazed me. Not that Bitcoin needs any sponsorship. Bitcoin itself doesn't need sponsorship. Just to be clear, Crypto.com is actually an exchange where you can buy Bitcoin and various other cryptocurrencies. You know how I feel about other cryptocurrencies. I always say anything that's not Bitcoin is a scam. But there you go, Crypto.com, the exchange, is actually sponsoring the World Cup. And there was not one person of all the business people I met at the convention who was aware of that. What I did find though, what was brilliant, was how many people are actually open to the possibilities of Bitcoin and how much it's going to benefit business. People are going with, like I was saying, as I was chatting to different entrepreneurs, different people on the stands, I was just bringing awareness to how Bitcoin can bring a competitive advantage to companies that are accepting Bitcoin or using Bitcoin in different ways. Like myself, what I do is I actually give a 10% cashback paid in Bitcoin for any photography or video work that I do. I'm the first in Liverpool, and I'm proud of that. And it was good to chat to people about it. I'm actually the first person in Liverpool to offer a 10% cashback paid in Bitcoin. And what was amazing when I was talking to the different people was how the penny was beginning to drop when they could see the competitive advantage of Bitcoin. And it was great. I ended up answering more questions than I expected. People were really open to the possibilities of Bitcoin because of the competitive advantage it will bring to their business. For example, if one business offers a cashback paid in Bitcoin, that will bring them a competitive advantage. I see Bitcoin, as I was explaining to people, I see Bitcoin not as a currency. I see Bitcoin as a digital asset like gold. Bitcoin, unlike the pound, the dollar or the euro, Bitcoin is fixed in its supply. And this is what people were finding amazing, what really interested people. Bitcoin is fixed in its supply, and I've done the analogy about the pound, how the banks and the governments are printing more and more and more money, which is diluting the value of the pound and making it difficult for people to make realistic business projections. The analogy I did was, I said how I explained Bitcoin, because what lots of people actually believed is they thought it was too late to buy Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is somewhere in the region of £30,000 for a Bitcoin. It now costs £30,000 for a Bitcoin, and lots of businesses were saying, well, isn't it too late? Isn't it too late to buy Bitcoin? And I explained that you can actually buy Bitcoin fractions. And the way I explained it, I said, well, a pound is divisible into 100 pennies. A Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million fractions. So whereas you can divide a pound into 100, you can divide a Bitcoin into 100 million fractions. So you can theoretically buy 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So it's not too late. I think at the current prices, you can get something like, for £10, you can get something like 30,000 Satoshis, a Satoshi being 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. Think of a Satoshi as a Bitcoin penny. A Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million pieces, 100 million Bitcoin pennies. So you can get about 30,000 Satoshis. Don't quote me too much, we'll check that, we're going to check on it. But I think at today's prices you can get over 20,000 Satoshis for £10. So you can buy Satoshis for £10, and it's over 20,000 Bitcoin fractions for £10. So, and what I was explaining is it actually brings competitive advantage, because by giving cash back paid in Satoshis, so say somebody pays £100 for a service and you give them 10% cash back paid in Bitcoin, that would be £10 worth of Satoshis. So it would be over 20,000 Satoshis they get. And the magic in that is it's digital gold. It's fixed in supply. Satoshis are fixed. Bitcoin's fixed in supply. Satoshis are fixed in supply. Unlike the pound, the dollar and the euro, which is increasing in supply and losing its value. I explained to one person about the loaf of bread. A loaf of bread will actually be cheaper in Bitcoin in 5-10 years time than it is today, because Bitcoin is fixed in its supply. Loaf of bread in a pound, dollar or euro is going to be more expensive in 5-10 years. But in Bitcoin terms, a loaf of bread will be cheaper, because the Satoshis are fixed in supply. And it was just great to meet so many different people. And at one point, I think I had about 7 or 8 people around me firing different questions. I only walked in just chatting to people, but ended up with 7 or 8 people at once firing questions about me. And I've got to be honest, I really enjoyed it. I'm no expert. I'm not a financial advisor. All I do is share my experiences with regards to Bitcoin and how it benefits me. I'm no rich man, I'm no big businessman, but what I do is I give a 10% cash back paid in Bitcoin. Then I'll buy more Bitcoin with every month. What I do is I add a little bit more Bitcoin every month. I buy, say, £10 worth of Bitcoin each month and just keep adding and adding and adding. And because Bitcoin is fixed in its supply, that is why it is like gold. It's digital gold. Bitcoin can be thought of as digital gold because it's fixed and limited in supply, unlike the pound, dollar or euro. So I had a great time, and it was great to meet everyone. And I've already got one film that I'm doing with some brilliant people, Ozzy and Steve. So hello Ozzy, Steve, and I love that product that you're doing with the business cards and the central heating system. So it'll be great to get together soon, and I'm looking forward to that. So thank you everyone. It was really brilliant to be at Anfield. So thank you and have a brilliant day.